What is up, Pistol Nation, my friends? In today's video, I'm going to go over what you should keep and what you should throw away when re-rolling in SINoAlice. This game is amazing. It's super dark. I love the dark atmosphere. Alright, so when you first start this game off, you're immediately hit with two really weird looking puppets. And I already fell in love with the game. If that doesn't explain a lot about me, then I don't know what does. But the two puppets at the beginning, I'm just like, I love them. They're so like dark and scary. They remind me of those puppets that people put up on eBay that are like haunted, possessed dolls for sale. But as always, before we jump into the video, pistol whip that like button to help support the channel. Hit the subscribe button for more amazing games, videos, all that good stuff. And if you would like to watch an ad, click an ad to help support the channel even further. It is much appreciated. So this game is really cool because it makes it so much easier to re-roll. You have just one button that we just click. You don't have to delete your account and make a new account and do all this extra stuff. You just click a button. We're going to do our first 11 pulls right here. And we're going to pull this string. And it just, I don't know, it just feels like I feel like we're like hanging puppets and stuff. It just feels really dark and weird. Bad luck is not our weapon. Another murder weapon to add to the pile. So, yeah, this is really weird. You're going to want to look out for the books that are kind of like white and like glowy. As you can see, these three down here, those are like good. You're going to get some good pulls. The darker ones are kind of like crappy pulls. So I'm going to show you the difference. If we hit this one, we're going to get usually like an S or an SR. You're going to get something pretty decent. SR, this is good. Hunter's Soul. And then what else we got? An SR, another SR, and that's pretty good. To get two SRs is pretty good. And then the other stuff is like A, which is the lower tier. Now, the thing is, this game is kind of different because the way it goes is there's characters and then there's jobs. And you have, I'm going to try and explain it the best I can. You have a character. Let's say you have, I'm going to do a really simple example. Me, Pistol Pete, I am a character, right? And then that person has different jobs. So let's say I have the job of a cook, a cleaning person. I have the job as a firefighter, you know, and there's different jobs, so to speak, and there's different, you know, areas. They change their clothes, they look different, stuff like that, so to speak. So in this game, they have different things like a cleric would be a job. A wizard would be a job. So that specific character that you have, there's different characters, and it's based off of like fairy tales. So you'll have, I think one of the characters is be like Pinocchio. So Pinocchio will have different jobs and you select different jobs. Now the jobs go hand in hand with these weapons that you get. The weapons kind of, you know, they go hand in hand with them. There actually are some weapons that specifically unlock jobs. Now there's, you know, playing the game will unlock different jobs for different characters. It can get kind of complicated. But some of the jobs that you want to, some of the weapons that unlock jobs, right? I have them listed down here, right? There's like 6 total weapons that you can get that will specifically unlock a job for a character. Meaning, say I have, my first example will be the SR Wind Sword, right? So as you can see, there's different types. The green is wind, the red is fire, the blue is water. So if we get the SR Wind Sword, which I believe is called the Blade of Depravity, whatever, it unlocks Cinderella's breaker job. She will not be able to use the breaker job for her until you unlock that SR Wind Sword weapon, right? And that's very important. So that's one to take in mind. I'll throw the list up on the screen in the editing process. Next up, we have the SR Water Staff, which is the Staff of Bondage. Unlocks Alice Cleric job. So Alice's Cleric job will be unlocked if you get that. The SR Fire Instrument, the Fiddle of Delusion will unlock Gretel's Minstrel job. And then the other two are just S's. They're not like the top tier weapons. So we have like an S Water Staff for Princess Cayuga. Unlocks her Cleric job. Then the S Tome Fire for Pinocchio unlocks the Sorcery. So it's kind of, you know, something you could take into consideration if you want to try and get one of these while doing your pulls. Now, say you don't like these pulls and you want to do another one, you just hit summon another Grimoire, and it'll just kind of like, you know, it's re-rolling, so to speak. But you might not want to, you know, re-roll a million times. So what's like a good pulls, you're going to ask, right? So if you could get 2 SR rarity weapons, then that's a pretty good pull, right? So like right now we got 2 SR. This is good. Like if you just want to play the game, this is decent. You could just start and, you know, get into the game, right? And even better one would be if you can get 2 SR weapons of the same type but different elements. So if we could get like 2 swords, 2 staffs, 2 instruments, you know, 2 of the same thing, but they might be like different. So this one might be, you know, wind, and then we might get one that's fire, so on and so to speak. But I'm gonna keep rolling because I want to get like the top tier things. Now, the one most important thing that I've learned so far from, you know, doing research and development is you want to have the characters that have multiple jobs, because it's so much better unlocking multiple jobs. You know, the jobs, powering up the jobs, it boosts your account overall, right? So those buffs that you get from the jobs, from leveling up the jobs and stuff, it lasts forever. It's in your account, right? Which is what you want. So that's very important. So what do we get? A bunch of junk. A bunch of junk. We're just getting S's. We didn't get no S's. We got an SR. Here we go. I'm looking for some characters, though. I want to get some character-specific ones. There's a couple specific characters to look out for that have multiple jobs. Now, what I mean by that is there are some characters that you might get, and they only have like one or two jobs, right? And it's kind of like, it's not fun. You want to get the characters that have like 3, 4, 5, you know, multiple job characters are what you want, because then you can interchange them, level them up, level up this job, and then you get those buffs forever across your account, and then you can do the other job and then the other job, and it just makes you so much stronger, and it's so good for free-to-play players. Some of the characters that you're going to want to look out for that have multiple jobs: we have Alice, Cinderella, Pinocchio, Little Mermaid, Snow White, and Red Riding Hood. Any of those, they got tons of jobs, and the most important thing is like power them up to the max. Now, a lot of these games are you know, different. Like I know some of the games I've covered where you want to balance. Like when we covered like Exos Heroes, you want to have like balance in your characters and stuff. This game's a little bit different, whereas you want to have one of these characters that has like the multiple jobs, like a lot of jobs, and you want to just power the heck out of them. I mean, like to the max. Because you want to have that variety of different jobs. You know, maybe you want to switch and be a cleric, and then maybe you need to switch and be something else. You want to have that variety in the game. It's going to make the game a lot more funner for you, honestly. You don't want to, you know, have a character that can't do anything, and, you know, you only got 2 jobs, and then, you know, later in the game, you're like, oh, I really like this game, and you got to end up spending money or something. So this is an easy way for, like, if you're free to play, or, you know, you just don't want to spend a lot of money early on, you just want to try the game out, try and get one of those characters I just mentioned. I'll put them on the screen, because that will make your life so much easier in this game. I'm going to take a brief pause, and I'm just going to keep re-rolling until I get what I want. I'm going to keep the video rolling, but I'm going to edit through it. So that way, when we do get what we want, I can show you guys and girls exactly, you know, something similar that maybe you want. I'll show you what I wanted to get. All right, Pistol Nation. Now, right here, this is a pretty good unlock right here. We just got Gretel's Minstrel class unlocked by, we pulled her Fiddle of Delusion right here. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of tempted to keep this. The other stuff was crap, though. We did get one thing. Now this is what you want to look out for. Like, you want to get those specific weapons that I mentioned earlier to unlock those classes, like the SR class, like the SR weapons that unlock the class is what I mean. But I don't know, man. That's really, really tough. Oh, man, the Cinderella breaker, damn. That is also another really, really good one, but I only got one. The other stuff is junk. This is so frustrating. I'm going to keep going. I want to get at least 2. I don't want to just get one. I at least want to get 2 new ones. All right, Pistol Nation. I've been going at it for a while now. It's been almost an hour. I think I'm just gonna go with this one. I'm just gonna go with the Cinderella one. I just don't feel like spending all day doing this. So that's still good. I was hoping to get at least 2 jobs unlocked through weapons, but that's okay. I'm gonna take it. We're gonna go through with it. We got these 2 creepy dolls again. Back at it. I kind of got what I wanted. My name. The one and only. Pistol Pete. 229. Oh. I can only put Pistol Pete. Yes, that is really my name. We understand. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Damn, they're going like crazy. Yikes. Alright, Pistol Pete, we will introduce you to our world. This world lies somewhere between reality and fantasy. We call it the library. That kind of sounds like a good rhyme. Greetings, my name is Para. My name is Noya. This is where our world's coverage. The library. Pick your battles, take your winnings. But know that everything comes at a price. All is as you imagine. All is as you desire. What sort of future awaits you? What sort of desires will you indulge in? Wow, this is pretty creepy. This is pretty creepy. Not finished downloading. The download just won't end. Once upon a time, a big general gave a speech. His 3 sons listened intently. One arrow is easily broken, but many arrows are indestructible. 3 sons swore an oath to fight as one. Pleased with himself, the father went to bed and fell fast asleep. That night he was attacked. He resisted but was overcome in the end. Not even big, strong daddy could win. Then again, 3 against 1 is hardly fair. Now look, the thing is done. We could go, but we could sit here and keep listening to these dolls talk. They're just telling stories. Look at this. There are 3 important bags for every marriage. A bag full of patience, a bag full of money, and the last bag, a mother-in-law. What if you had to part with one of them? Patience, money, mother-in-law. What if you could lose just one? Which one would you lose? Give up on the marriage, we say? On to the next story then. There was once a hardworking youth, an apprentice devoted to his elderly teachers. I don't think anyone has ever done this. I didn't know this. They wrote all this like secret dialogue in the game. This is weird. Let me put my headphones on for this. He continued to devote himself to his elders' teachings. As time passed, he finally understood. He finally got it, didn't he? The elder he so believed in was an incompetent old fool. The elder's teachings were nothing but utter nonsense. But by the time he realized that, it was too late. What became of the apprentice? Why, he's sitting in the elder's chair, quietly passing the time. Look, the download finished. It's finished. Ah, that's it. That's it. That's the end of the story. I was like, I wonder if they put like subliminal like stories and messages in here. That was weird. It just kept going and going, even though the download was done. Download was done earlier, but that's the end of the dialogue. All right. Finally, your adventure can begin. That's pretty crazy. All right, let's see what's going on now. Produced by Square Enix. This is the library, the world of stories. A place where countless desires gather. The loved, the cursed, the killed. Can these characters rewrite fate? With their own hands? This music is like... brutality, Red Riding Hood. Oh, that is just too much fun. Justice, Snow White, a fight for what I believe in. Bondage, Alice. Those who stand in my way are the enemy. Delusion, Hansel, Gretel. Please protect me, darling brother. Depravity, Cinderella. Ah, my carnage. It went too fast. Sleeping Beauty, good morning. Princess Cayuga, I request the blah 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 blah. Pinocchio, a puppet's life suits me just fine. It was a mirror image. It was her, and she has grown ugly. SINoAlice. This game is like, I don't know, it's weird. It's dark, disturbing. These puppets are weird, man. We don't care what you choose, just make it quick. You can always change it later. No need to linger on your decision. Yeah, so you unlock all these characters, so it doesn't matter necessarily which one you pick first, because you will unlock all of these throughout the game. So like you can get Alice, Snow White, Red Riding Hood, or Pinocchio. It doesn't matter. You end up getting all 4 of them. So you can pretty much just pick whatever one you want to have starting out with. I'm probably going to go with... I think I'm going to go with Alice. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Pistol whip that like button. As always, hit the subscribe button for more mobile gaming fun. And I will see y'all in the next video. I got a special video planned later tonight. Peace. Rack it up, I got a bit of the bank to make me a safe house. Shake it up, she got her hands on her knees and she bringing the cake out. Smoke it up, I got some gas, some packs, I'm up in the greenhouse. Ball it up, I'm with the gang, we taking shots off the rebound. Look at my posters, say now, I've been humble too long.